Well, I wanted to show you guys this homemade camper, but I forgot about it. Now he's leaving and it's almost dark. But can you see what they did there? They took the cab of a big truck, put it on a little trailer, and turned it into a camper, and then they tow it with this truck. That's pretty ingenious. They should have put two of them back to back since oh, I see, they put the jet skis on the very back. You could have put two of these back to back and had double the room. But if you got the jet skis, you got to haul them too. I like that. That's a cool setup. So people have made this really cool, since the river is so dangerous, they've made another one out there where those people are standing, but the big one is, here, can we, I wish this was more polarized. Look how clear that is. And it's just deep enough that I can, oh, it's cold. Oh, that's icy cold. Just deep enough that I can sit in it, and it comes up to about my chest. Wow. Is that an awesome view or what? I gotta take a picture of that. And everything here is like completely photogenic today. I can take photos while I'm recording video. I'll try to get my drone up later today and give you guys a better look at the area. I guess I'm gonna turn this off now and just lay back and relax and enjoy myself. I should do a time lapse this weekend when this place is really busy. Well, I don't say my sign out very often anymore, so I may as well add it in now. Do whatever you want. Don't let anybody tell you you can't. And yeah, don't let the crowds dissuade you. You know, when I first pulled down here, my first thought was, leave, Jimmy, get the hell out of here. But now that I'm here, I'm glad. Even with all these people, I'm comfortable, and that's the important thing. I got some ice cold water to cool off in. I could come down and do some panning or some sluicing. I have a new sluice box. Huh, maybe I'll do some sluicing. Or maybe I'll just, oh, this kid thinks I'm crazy talking to myself. Or maybe, maybe I'll just do some catfishing. I don't know. All I know is I'm in the right place now, and I'm gonna enjoy myself. There used to be wild blueberries growing back there the first summer that I camped here. These kids next to me found them, and so we were making pancakes and adding them to them every day. Of course, they're long gone now. Everything good here gets destroyed, but can't kill the river. It's gonna be here no matter what anybody does. Okay, real quick, I gotta tell you guys a story I just remembered. You see this branch sticking out here? It's been 10 years. That may not be the same branch, but it's definitely the same tree. There was a branch of this tree. We have these, oh, it was this branch. I can tell by looking right now. We have these bugs here. I haven't seen any yet, but they call them meat bees. They look like bees, but a little different. Some people would call them hornets. They're usually, if you open up a can of soda or any kind of meat or anything like that, they'll be all over your stuff before you can shake a stick at it. And they used to live down in that hole. And they used to live in here. No, you know what? It was this branch, and it's gone now. This branch used to stick quite a ways out into the water. And there was a fella here dredging on that side of the river, and he found 3/4 of an ounce in a week, but he was out there at least 8 hours a day with his little dredge just going at it. Anyways, at night he had a heavy-duty chain that he chained to this tree that he'd lock his dredge to. And he lived like 500 miles away. We all talked to him. We all knew each other. He left, went home, left his chain here. So when I come back a couple weeks later, there were a couple of guys talking about that chain, and I said, well, you know, that belonged to a guy that was prospecting, and I don't think it's worth the gas for him to drive back for it, so if you guys want it, take it. Okay, we'll go out there and break it. So they went out there with a hammer or chisel, I don't remember what they had, and I was standing next to them, and they started pounding on this thing. Well, the whole tree was full of those meat bees, and they come out and they started swarming, and I ran. They didn't get me. The first person they get, as soon as they leave a stinger, they leave a pheromone that tells all the others, this is the guy you want to get. So the guy standing closest, even though he wasn't even the one swinging the hammer, it was his friend, he got the first bite, and they swarmed on him, and they come out by the thousands. And it was a lot lower water level then, but they chased him out here into the middle, and just like a cartoon, you see the swarm coming after the guy, and he's running, and he dives under the water, and just like a cartoon. Anyways, he got out. His earlobe was that thick. Apparently he was allergic to them. He had to go into town and see the doctor, and yeah, big mess. Don't mess with meat bees, I'll tell you that much. My first encounter with meat bees, I was the host of the manager of Miracle Hot Springs, and some people came down to the office and they told me, hey man, you guys got bees in here. We need you to do something about these critters. And I walked down there to see what they're talking about, and I'm like, oh, those are just the meat bees. They won't hurt you. Look, and I stuck my hand in their hole. They were living in a hole in the rock. Well, I was wrong. They got me, and they got me good. Just one. I ran. I didn't get the whole hive stirred up, but just that one really stung. So they're kind of timid. You can brush them off your food usually, and they won't mess with you. But you mess with a meat bee's house, you better be ready. Okay, we've walked upstream a little bit. There's another little side channel here, which is good and safe for swimming. Well, none of it's perfectly safe, but as safe as it gets. And we're going to walk out there into it here in a second, since it seems to be good and waist deep. Hopefully we don't drop my phone in here. I've never seen it quite this wide. This river is really running good this year. After a drought, seems like it's fuller this year than last year, and last year was the big water year. We had okay amounts of water this year, but now right in this area here, right there, that summer when I stayed here, I think I was wearing flip-flops. Now I have Crocs, which are slightly more protection. I slipped. Ooh, I just slipped again right now, and I think I just broke my toe. Oh, that hurts. At least I didn't rip my toenail off. That's what happened a couple years ago. I ripped my toenail off twice. Once on each toe, my big toenail. First I did it to the left foot, and then like a week later I did it to the right foot. Rocking around on these slippery rocks and flip-flops. These people act like they're mad that I'm walking through their camp, but these aren't designated campsites. In fact, technically, you're not even supposed to camp so close to the water's edge. You're supposed to be so many feet from it in case you leak oil or something. But you certainly can't claim the river. Trying to keep my towel dry.